Challenge. Once upon a time, in a small town, there lived a boy named Jack. Jack was known for his cleverness but also for his rudeness. He had a knack for getting into trouble with his sharp tongue and quick wit. Despite his brash nature, Jack had a strong desire to improve his English skills. Little did he know that his quest for knowledge would teach him an important lesson about humility and kindness. Jack's English teacher, Mrs. Thompson, noticed his potential and decided to help him. She knew that Jack's intelligence could be harnessed for good if he learned to channel it properly. So, she devised a plan to teach him some valuable English learning tips. One day, Mrs. Thompson approached Jack and said, "Jack, I have a challenge for you. I want you to use your cleverness to learn English more effectively." Jack, always up for a challenge, eagerly agreed. He was excited to prove his intelligence and show Mrs. Thompson what he was capable of. However, he was also confident that he already knew everything there was to know about the English language. Mrs. Thompson smiled knowingly and handed Jack a book. It was an advanced English grammar guide, filled with complex rules and exercises. She said, "Your task is to master this book in 1 month. I believe your cleverness will help you find unique ways to remember the rules and apply them correctly." Jack took the book and started studying. He read through the chapters, highlighting important points and making notes. His mind was working overtime, coming up with mnemonics, rhymes, and acronyms to remember the grammar rules. He solved the exercises with ease, patting himself on the back for his cleverness. As the month went by, Jack felt confident that he had mastered the book. He couldn't wait to show Mrs. Thompson how quickly he had accomplished the task. He strutted into class, ready to impress her. But Mrs. Thompson had a surprise waiting for Jack. Instead of praising him, she gave him a new challenge. "Jack, your English grammar skills have indeed improved, but I've noticed that your rudeness has not diminished. Your cleverness is remarkable, but it will be wasted if you don't learn to treat others with kindness and respect." Jack was taken aback. He had been so focused on proving his intelligence that he had neglected his manners. Mrs. Thompson explained, "Learning a language is not just about acquiring knowledge, it's also about understanding and appreciating the cultures and people associated with it. Language is a tool for communication, and effective communication requires empathy and respect." Realizing his mistake, Jack felt a pang of guilt. He had been so engrossed in his own cleverness that he had forgotten about the people around him. He apologized to Mrs. Thompson and promised to change his ways. From that day forward, Jack not only applied his cleverness to his English studies but also to becoming a kinder person. He helped his classmates with their English assignments, patiently explaining grammar rules and offering tips he had learned. He realized that by sharing his knowledge, he could make a positive impact on others. As Jack's English skills flourished, so did his reputation. He became known not only for his cleverness but also for his kindness. People respected him for his intelligence, but they also admired his humility and willingness to help. Jack learned that being clever without kindness was meaningless. He realized that true intelligence is measured not only by what one knows but also by how one treats others. And in his journey to master English, he had also mastered the art of being a better person. And so, the story of the clever but rude boy named Jack became a tale of transformation, a reminder that intelligence should always be accompanied by humility and kindness. making the world a better place for everyone. Now, it's time to learn some phrasal verbs. Turn up. Meaning, to arrive or appear, usually unexpectedly or without prior notice. Example, Sarah turned up at the party unannounced. Take off. Meaning, to remove or remove oneself quickly or suddenly. Example, the actor took off his costume after the performance. Look after. Meaning, to take care of or be responsible for someone or something. Example, can you look after my dog while I'm on vacation? Give up. Meaning, to stop doing something or to surrender. Example, after years of trying, she finally gave up smoking. Get along. Meaning, to have a harmonious relationship or to manage well with someone. Example, despite their differences, Sarah and Jack get along quite well. Bring up. Meaning, to raise or mention a topic or subject in a conversation. Example, she brought up the issue of climate change during the meeting. Put off. Meaning, to postpone or delay something. Example, the concert was put off due to bad weather. Break down. Meaning, to stop working or functioning correctly. Example, my car broke down on the way to work. Look forward to. Meaning, to anticipate or be excited about something in the future. Example, I'm really looking forward to my vacation next month. Figure out. Meaning, to understand or solve a problem or situation. Example, it took me a while to figure out how to assemble the furniture.